So further is really an evolution from deeper. I learned a ton shooting deeper, and with that, I realized that all these places around the world that I previously thought were unattainable or too far out there for me to go to were now in play. And so with deeper, I went to these places I was really familiar with, ranges that I was familiar with, and then kind of cross this boundary into the outer edges of these ranges. With further, I went to totally new ranges, places I knew nothing about. Scariest experience was in the Tetons, and we were coming down from a day of riding a serious shoot up high in the mountains, and we were in some like mid-elevation terrain, getting ready to drop into really like to the parking lot, and Jimmy Chin kicked off this massive avalanche, and it was like probably the biggest avalanche I've ever seen, and thankfully Jimmy is such a beast, he was able to survive the avalanche and walk out of there. I'd say 90% of my preparation for big days in the mountains is just time in the mountains. So in the summer, it's a lot of hiking, climbing, mountain biking, and then come winter time, I start out as soon as there's snow and just hiking all day, every day, and to get in shape, because it's there's really no way to like get prepped for a 15-hour day of billy goating around the mountains without putting in time. So really just running myself as hard and as far as I could go, and waking up the next day and doing it again and doing it again. And by day 80 or day 100, you know, I start feeling fit. Well, when we were in the Arctic, polar bears were a major concern. So we would, we had a gun with us at all times. We had to put a perimeter around our tents with a tripwire that had like a M80 firecracker attached to it. So if someone tripped it, it would make this explosion and scare the bears away. But thankfully, we didn't have any polar bear encounters, and we're pretty good on that. Yeah, the clothing is, I mean, it's bomb-proof. I put it through its paces. When you go on these long trips, it's too, weight's too big of an issue. So you bring one pair of pants, you bring one jacket, and you live in that stuff, and you can encounter anything from rain to Arctic, high or freezing Arctic temperatures and dumping snow and everything in between, and so it's really important. It's like if your jacket gets wet on a trip, it's probably not going to dry out until you get home. So it's critical to have stuff that holds up to the elements, because you know, it could be a major deal if you end up getting wet and cold.